Hey guys, it's Gretchen. I just got back from a really great hike. I'm refreshed. I am doing this really great video for you guys. And I am so excited about it because this is going to be part of a series of videos that we do on singleness. If you guys know me, you know that my heart is for single moms, for singles, and that has always been my voice here on social media to inspire women, to inspire single moms, to inspire singles to live their best lives and to not be compromising and just to be balanced, right? And one of the things I love as part of this series is that we're going to be diving into so many different topics from like dating apps, first dates, healing, just all the above when it comes to singleness and how to maneuver it with some grace and hopefully find you that one that you're madly in love about, right? And just a little disclaimer though, once we get started, here we do things a little differently. We talk like it's 1984. Yes, like it's 1984. What I mean by that is like, I don't do the pointing to bubbles. We don't do the fancy lighting. We just do conversations no different than in if we didn't have a phone, if we were just hanging out, talking at a coffee shop. We just do life together and we do it casually. And that's how we do things here. And I hope you join me on that quest. And number two, disclaimer, I also want to note that this is for a specific audience. This is for the guys. And I will be doing other series videos for just for men. But for this one, I'm thinking specific audience. And I'm thinking you are healed, you're fully invested, you're fully ready, you are gonna pull everything that you can, all of your time, your resources, your energy. You're doing this for real. And that is a person that I'm talking to you right now. If you're, just wanting to hook up with people or just date around, that's great for you. But that is not who I'm speaking to today. So we are talking to today the person who is looking for a long-term relationship, marriage, the future for forever. And that is who we're talking about today. And I want to give you some tips on how to maneuver that. And I know a lot of us are doing the dating apps nowadays because it's just the easiest resource we have. It kind of helps us clear the ground and we don't have to worry about, meeting that person at the supermarket that we may be attracted to, but they may be very much married. So dating apps, I think, is always like the easiest way to communicate who is single in your area, right? And I think that a lot of us join these apps and we become instantly frustrated. And I see the apps and I see your responses to questions, and I could tell that you're speaking out of frustration. And hopefully the tips that I'm giving you today will hopefully alleviate some of that. So let's dive in. The first thing that I want to talk about is your profile. I think that sometimes we think, oh, but I'm a really nice guy. I have my stuff together. I have a great job. Why am not, meeting really great women? And I think that you don't realize is that people don't know that you're a really great guy. They don't know that you have all your life together and that you're successful and that, you're family oriented and, things of that nature. They're going to scroll through hundreds of people to get to your picture. And you need to make sure that you let them know that you're a nice guy, right? And how do we do that? First impression, that picture. I can't tell you how many times I go on these dating apps and you're lying down on the couch, half interested, and yet you're trying to tell me that you're fully invested into this process. And I say, no, beg to differ. I also see you lying down in bed, half dressed, and I think to myself, what is your intention? It definitely doesn't scream honorable, that's for sure. So things like you having glasses and a hat. I'm like, who are you? What do you look like? What color eyes do you have? Again, it just doesn't scream intentional. It doesn't scream honorable. It doesn't scream that you're in this process legitimately. So therefore, you're going to attract people that are not legitimate, are not honorable, and don't have the correct intentions. And then you're going to feel frustrated with the process because you feel, hey, I'm a great guy, I'm a nice person, why am I not attracting the right kind of people? It's because you're conveying that you're not the right kind of person. And that could easily be altered very simply with a couple simple changes. For example, your pictures should never be selfies, first and foremost. Girls could get away with that because it's cutesy, it's a girly thing to do, but guys, it's totally different because we want to make sure that you're safe, that you're healthy, that you're strong, that you're honorable, especially now because it's 2023, right? So I shouldn't see pictures of you with your glasses and your hat inside by yourself in your bathroom. Shouldn't see it. It shouldn't happen. And I don't know why you guys are still doing this, because you shouldn't. I should see pictures of you with your mom and dad, with your kids if you have any, hiking with the dog, hanging out with your friends at the holiday event. You know, I should see you, the kind of person that you are, the kind of things you do on the weekend, your favorite foods, hanging out by the grill with your friends and your family. That's what I should see. That's what all your pictures should convey. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I have to bring to the table. Show yourself in a genuine way. And that's how you reciprocate that response of, I'm looking at your picture, I have interests, let me read on, versus just swiping by. So change those pictures. And another thing, your pictures should be no more than 1 to 2 years old. We want to see you at your current state, the way you look like right now. I, you know, had kind of brownish hair 2 years ago. I mean, for me to post that picture versus now where my hair is dark is totally irrelevant, and it kind of, again, will put me in a position where that person is going to be disappointed because they're going to look at me and they say, you don't look anything like your picture. So don't put yourself in a position where people are going to look at you and question you, and then you're going to get frustrated with the process because, again, you're not bringing forth the true you. So the best way to avoid that frustration is to bring forth the real you, the way you look like today. You gain pounds, wear it well, just enjoy it. That's who you are. That's what it is. The person who's going to love you is going to love you regardless because you're bringing forth who you really are. There's no misconception, so therefore there can be a loss of interest. The second thing that I noticed you guys do, and I think to myself, why are you guys doing this? It doesn't make any sense to me. But your wording, the wording in your little bios or the way you answer questions, you come off as very arrogant, very entitled, very narcissistic. And maybe that's not you at all, but the phrases that you're choosing, the words that you're choosing conveys just that. For example, you don't have to tell me that you're attractive. That is so silly. I can look at your picture, and if I find you attractive, I'm going to stop and I'm going to read your bio, I'm going to read your questions, and I'm going to seek interest. I can look at you and tell that you're attractive. You don't need to write that. Again, that is just conveying a sense of arrogance, a sense of, look at me, this is who I am. You don't need to do that. Show me who you are versus telling me what I already know. Change that wording. I think it doesn't honor you and it doesn't elevate you in any way. Another thing I noticed that you guys are always talking about the kind of person that you want, and you're like, I want an attractive woman with great hygiene, and I'm like, oh, why did you say that? Who says that? You can look at a person's picture and tell. Again, you don't have to use that type of phrasing. I think that is just belittling, and it just shows that you're just looking for a trophy. Maybe you have a little bit of arrogance or a little bit of entitlement, and that may not be you, but the phrasing that you're using conveys just that. So the best way to do is just understand that you don't have to use those words, because when you look at the picture of this queen that you want to date, you're going to see that she is beautiful. So there's no reason to add those type of words. They're not needed. Better yet, talk about the things that you love for her to be. You want her to be an entrepreneur. You want her to be independent. You want her to be someone who's a Christian. Maybe you have a faith of a certain background and tradition that is very important for you. Convey that. That is far more important and shows your true integrity in the matter and what you're truly seeking versus talking about somebody's attractiveness. Because I think that it's so weird. In 2023, we still have this sense of arrogance when it comes to dating, and then we wonder why we're not successful. And I think it has a lot to do with social media and what social media conveys to us, unfortunately, because it tells us that there's so many beautiful women out there and their personalities, and so we think we could just pick and choose and create this beautiful box. And women are not that way. I think it's silly for us to think that 2023 that women are in a box. We don't think that of men, so you shouldn't think that of women. It's so weird. Like, I had this one guy tell me that he didn't see me as his relationship partner because I didn't drink alcohol. And I thought that was so sad to think that me being honorable, me being a faithful person, me being a person of family values and traditional and all those things, I would imagine would supersede the fact that I don't drink alcohol. But he conveyed to me that he's like, I want to be able to sit in the porch and drink my beer while you drink your beer, and we talk about the day. And I'm thinking, so you can't imagine yourself with a woman who drinks iced tea instead? That's how boxed in that you created this persona, this visual of a person. It's kind of small-minded, and it's really sad to think that you would miss out on a really, really great person because you're trying to find a mirror image of you. That's bizarre. But I mean, I get it, but it's just very sad to think that that would be the deal breaker, don't you think, in 2023 and all the things and chaos out there, to find someone who's really genuine and loving and kindness that is unmatched, and yet you would confine her to something like that. I know, guys, I'm just saying, it doesn't benefit you. It's time to connect those thoughts all the way through and realize that's hurting you more than it's benefiting you. Because that's just my 2 cents, you guys. That's just my 2 cents. And another thing I think, people are doing wrong, especially males in dating apps. You guys are showing your money. And what I mean about that, for example, I'm in Florida. I can't tell you how many profiles I run into where the guy's like sitting next to a really sporty car, a big boat, taking selfies by himself, just showing me that he is doing really, really great for himself. And then he's going to complain that he attracts women that only want financial things from him. But you just showed me all your money, so therefore that is all you're going to attract. It's best to post a picture, for example, of you on your boat with your friends and your family. That is a totally different visual versus you just sitting there on your boat with a bottle of wine showing me how successful you are. It just conveys 2 totally different views. And the first view, I think, is the one that's going to give you a better pool of people looking at your profile versus someone who's just interested in your money. So just a thought. And another thing I think that is very important that you guys are not realizing is stop lying about your age. I can't tell you how many times I look at the picture and I'm thinking, you're not that age. And it's so obvious. And it's so obvious to everyone who's looking at your picture. If you're in your 50s and you're in your 40s and you're in your 30s, whatever it may be, if you're in your 60s, embrace it. It's who you are. It's going to come out eventually. So there's no reason to deny it or hide it. It's who you are. You may be 50 and take care of yourself really well. You eat well and you hike every day and you do outdoor stuff, and you may just be really, really great. So why lie about your age? It's who you are. Remember, the person who really, really wants to be in your life, they're going to love and embrace you as you are. So there's no reason to hide who you are. And that's one thing, again, we're frustrated with the app. We're frustrated with the app experience, but Are we coming at the experience truthfully, with integrity, without lies, without ill intentions? And I think if we did everything honorably without lying with true intentions, I think it will give us a better pool of people that we will be interested in and hopefully be interested in us. So, just a thought. And lastly, complete all the questions. It may sound so simple, but it is so dramatic in how people view you. Because again, if you are truly vested into this process of dating apps, you're going to be going about it with the fullness of heart, the fullness of integrity, and you're going to show it. And you're going to do that in your profile. Because remember, they don't know you. They don't know anything about you. They don't know that you're a really great guy. They don't know that, you have your stuff all together, that you're a family man, and that you go to church every Sunday. They don't know that. And the only way they're going to know that is if you tell them. So answer all the questions. They are there to benefit you. Remember, if you post a nice picture of yourself and you have a really great smile, I may think, wow, he's handsome. And I'll look at your profile and there's nothing there. I will not click on you. I will scroll right past you because I don't know who you are. I don't know if that's a real picture. I don't know what your intentions are. I don't know what kind of person you are. I'm not going to waste my time and energy. So again, you will find yourself being frustrated if you don't do these simple things because you're going to attract the wrong people, or maybe you may not attract any people at all because no one knows who you are. No one knows your intentions. So it's best to get really great pictures, watch your wording, stop showing your money, don't lie about your age or anything else, and make sure you complete that full profile. Answer other questions the best of your ability. So when that person stops on your picture and sees your really great smile, and they scroll down to see the rest of that profile, and they see those really great thoughtful answers, those funny little quirks that you got, or that you're a great cook, or you love to travel, whatever it may be, that is what's going to draw them in and get that hopefully first date for you. And again, these are just simple things that I think that sometimes we overlook because we're coming at this situation maybe frustrated. I know a lot of times I read those profiles and I could just tell that you're frustrated. I could just tell that you've gone on a couple bad dates and you're just so over it, but at the same time you so want to find somebody. So hopefully my tips today will help give you a better pool of people, because now your interest, their interest is more aligned, and hopefully those people that are not interested or are bad people will minimize through the process of changing those little suggestions that I gave for you. And again, this is just a couple little tips, and I will be bringing you some more tips in the future, and hopefully we'll be diving into more topics here as we navigate singleness, and hopefully you guys will give me some really great stories as to how these tips are working out for you. Feel free to put that in the comments, and if you want to see any specific videos, put that in the comment as well, because I would love to do that for you. And until next time, I will see you guys soon, and happy dating, and have a great time in this process. Enjoy your singleness until you find the one that you're supposed to be with, and hopefully that will be soon. All right, you guys, talk to you guys later. Bye.